So today I wanted to talk about a subject that I feel quite passionate about, and that is how to embrace being an introvert in a world that seems designed for extroverts. I definitely feel that there are a lot of benefits to being an introvert. We're deep thinkers, we're great listeners, we are often more in tune with our emotions. All of these are great qualities to have, and I feel that they're incredibly valuable in many areas of my life. Emotional intelligence and self awareness will get you far in life. Susan Cain explains this beautifully in her TED talk, The Power of Introverts. If you haven't watched it or seen it, I highly recommend you go and watch it. I'm not a hermit. I am interested in people. I am an interesting person, and I definitely need connection with people. I just prefer to seek my connection with fewer quality people. It took me a long time to truly understand that I was actually an introvert. I struggled over the years to feel like I fitted into situations, often acting kind of out of my nature and not being authentic to me, and that could maybe have been seen to others that I'm coming off cold or a bit aloof, but it was just me trying to get a measure of that situation or the people around me. And I think it's really important to understand that people can only judge or understand a person or a situation based on their own experience. And the fact that we all have different life experiences means that we won't all have the same understanding or be able to relate to each other fully. So bear that in mind if you are in any other situations where you're feeling misunderstood. That person that you are with just may not see the world in the same way that you do because they have a different experience. So try not to take it personally and try to understand maybe where they're coming from. And I hope that helps when you find yourself in that sort of situation, really. But I think the benefits of getting older can mean that we know ourselves better. We've got to our 40s, we are able to manage our kind of feelings and situations more confidently. And as I've grown older, I've definitely come to appreciate and embrace being an introvert and my introverted nature. I used to describe myself as a confident introvert in order to explain that I'm not shy or socially inept. Because if I referred to myself as an introvert, the response might be, "Oh, you don't seem shy to me." Well, that's because I'm not. I'm a confident, self-assured person. And I don't need to do anything to prove that. And I think it's still a shame that that is still a common stereotype, that I felt that I needed to explain further, why I describe myself as an introvert. Because I used to maybe feel that it was a little bit negative, because our society likes to stereotype people. And if you admit you're an introvert, then you must be shy or lacking in social skills. I don't think our school systems help either, as they tend to favour kind of extroverted qualities. But if they started to recognise and embrace the strengths of introverts in schools, they could create a more inclusive environment, because I think that also then moves into the workplace, and we tend to see these types of stereotypes in the workplace. And it really used to frustrate me when I would talk to colleagues about being an introvert, because I knew that there would be other introverts in the room. And I think it was always really telling how somebody would react, and I could see the doubt in their eyes, as if being an introvert would make me less capable, when actually an introvert in a professional setting, I think, provides a really good advantage. We're deeper thinkers, we're more methodical and strategic, and that sort of thing allows us to be highly productive and creative. And in fact, many introverts often excel in leadership. Not because they need to be the loudest person in the room, but because they listen more carefully, they analyse situations, and they can lead with a more calm and inclusive approach. So all of that helps to create a more efficient and effective work environment. But I suppose if you're faced with a social situation, whether this is work or a party, and the idea of meeting new people and making small talk, well, it can be daunting for all of us, whether you're an introvert or not. And the key to approaching any of these situations is at your own pace and in your own way. And I think it's important to recognise that there are people who are not introverts, they're genuinely shy and will find social situations difficult. And if you are one of these people, or you're with one of these types of people, then don't force them, or don't force yourself to do something that you're not comfortable with. It's just about helping that person, or helping you to understand that if you just gave something a little try, you might not feel as worried or as shy the next time that you do it. You know, the more you do something, the more it becomes the norm and the less overwhelming it becomes. And I guess for me, just as a final reminder, there are many famous introverts out there. You know, Einstein, Bill Gates, J.K. Rowling, Eleanor Roosevelt, Meryl Streep. They've all embraced who they are. They've all embraced being an introvert. So whether you are an introvert, an extrovert, or somewhere in between, which is where I think I am, embrace who you are. Don't let stereotypes or other people's views impact your life. By understanding yourself, your needs, you're able to set boundaries. You can seek out the social connections and the situations that best work for you and best allow you to be authentic and who you truly are. And it might not always be easy, but it's definitely worth it. Yeah, I think that kind of covers it for today. And thank you for watching. And I hope you find this really helpful. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to join the Elevate Your Life community. And really just, as always, keep elevating your life, learning about yourself, and above all, stay happy.